Unlike Taiwan, Germany has been working hard to phase out nuclear power. In the last leg of our green journey around the towns and cities of Germany, we visit the countryside to find out how local farmers use solar power, biogas and hydropower to supply their energy needs and make a surplus which they can sell back to the grid.
Vitamin also Februar, März.
In this barn, there are about 30 cows, but apart from raising cattle, this farm has another purpose. This old farmhouse roof is fitted with 114 solar panels, and a combination of the modern and the traditional that is typical of the new German countryside.
Our farm has a lot of roofs that were broken and needed to be repaired. I thought, since the roof is so big, I should use it, so why not install solar panels? That was the first reason, to give the roof another use and also improve the environment. The second reason was installing solar panels could help save me money.
And you see it here on months. 8 o'clock, it's nothing, and then here at 12.
Since installing the solar panels, young farmer Egon Weideler not only has to check the milk yield of his cows, but using a computer, he monitors the output of the photovoltaic cells.
Now I can successfully produce 50,000 kilowatts of power, which saves 33 tons of carbon dioxide.
Farmers always relied on the weather for a living, and now the solar panels rely on sunshine for energy. But thanks to another green technology, Mr. Weideler is not at the mercy of the elements. The German winter is very cold. A lot of fruit trees would freeze to death at this temperature, but this greenhouse can produce beautiful tomatoes like this because the tomatoes are central heated, so the greenhouse stays at the comfortable temperature of 27 to 28 degrees. The central heating for the tomatoes comes from a very clean source.
Are not so good in quality like this beets here. They are not good for quality. Because they are too small, they are broken, they are all fed in biogas.
Unwanted straw and spoiled beetroots provide the fuel for the heating. After being mixed and sent to the digester, they are broken down at a temperature of 31 degrees to create biogas with a methane content of 55%. After removing the sulfur and water, it is burned in the boiler to produce steam, which drives a turbine to make electricity. The remaining byproduct can be recycled as fertilizer.
That is the fertilizer. We have liquid fertilizer is going here, and we have solid is here. So that the rest out of the process is going back to the fields. Also circle of the nation.
The whole process, from fuel supply to energy output, is a natural cycle. So even though this is not a livestock farm, it can still produce clean biofuel. Another farmer who is boldly going where few farmers have gone before is Johannes Roche.
To the power plant, and the power plant is down there.
Oh, yeah.
We get the water into pipes like this, and the water is flowing down here into the powerhouse and driving the turbine that is leading via a belt to the generator. And with that generator we feed the power to our farm, and every power that is not used is going to the grid.
Already 25 years old, this hydroelectric power plant is an old converted watermill built by Mr. Roche's grandfather and father, which was going to be put out of commission.
They did all the digging themselves, the house building, everything they could do themselves, they did themselves. And I was like 10 years old and every time around, and got to know what it means to produce a plant like this and to produce your own power. And maybe that was the start of my career as doing the things that I do right now.
As well as supplying the whole farm with electricity, it produces a surplus that can be sold to the power grid.
Even we produce more power all over that we need. We feed in from that electrical power like 50 to 60,000 kilowatt hours a year into the grid. Also, the photovoltaic system is feeding into the grid, so we produce a lot more power than we need on the farm.
So I have to check it first, you know. That is also the farm. That is my father, I think, with his brothers.
The farm has been in the Roche family for many generations. Only 35 years old, the current owner has rejected urban development because of his loyalty to his family. But rather than resting on his laurels, he has improved on the heritage of the past with modern environmental technology.
Frag, ob du stolz auf mich bist.
Schwarzwälder können das nur schlecht ausdrücken. Wenn sie nichts sagen, sind sie zufrieden, heißt das.
The Germans are known for their practicality, but on this green journey, I've seen they're also highly conscious of the environment and always give it priority. They also have a renewable energy program with clear goals. That's why Germany is successful. If conservation is a measure of civilization, Taiwanese society must learn to grow up and find the political will to take the sustainable route. All these faces are Taiwanese people living in Germany whose lives are connected to renewable energy. They also helped us see that an eco-friendly life can be easy. All these people are German citizens who taught us how they put the dream of a nuclear-free country into practice. Thank you to all our partners on this green journey through the cities and towns of Germany.